and welcome back to Project Z Garage. My name is Ansar, and today we're going to be working on the Audi and changing out the Endlinks for the front sway bar. I noticed after we did all the other arms, we were still getting a little bit of noise when we put any type of steering input, but it wouldn't do it all the time. It's usually at slower speeds. So I think the Endlinks are pretty much gone. I mean, we've had a lot of miles on these and they're cracked and worn, as we could tell from inspection. So I got some new ones from ECS Tuning, and if you're interested, they're actually two models. I thought they were universal, but there is two part numbers. Here we go. 37063, 37062. So there is a right and left side, supposedly, although I think it should be the same thing, but I could be wrong. So I'm definitely gonna double check. But there is two different product numbers for right and left, so we're gonna keep it that way and put them in that way, and we can see how they're different. Maybe they are a little different, and that's why you need one for each side. At the moment, I'm working on doing the oil change while we have everything up and out of the way, and the oils looks good. Everything seems to be working good, no leaks or anything since we did all the work on the motor, so that's great news. But before we start, let's get these wheels off because it'll be easier for you guys to see. And let's just go under here so you can kind of see where the end links are. Here's one side here. I mean, I guess we could kind of get to it. I guess we could kind of get to it from under the car and not have to take the wheels off. So, should we do that? Maybe. Let me take a look at all this. Oil's almost done dripping out. Everything looks good. The magnet looks good. Nothing on the magnet. Everything under here looks pretty dry. So I think we're good. Alright, let me see if it makes more sense to take these wheels off or not, and then we'll go to the next step. Alright guys, so we got the wheel off. It makes it a little bit easier to get in there instead of going under and trying to reach it. But I think you can do it, so just so it's easier for you guys to see, here's the top of the end link on the front sway bar. This is a 16 millimeter. This is a 13 millimeter. You want to hold this so you're not like damaging the rubber when tightening or loosening. So we already have this a little loose. And the same for the bottom. You're gonna have to do the same for the bottom there, if you can see it. And we're gonna work on getting that off. I think what we're gonna do is I might pull the whole front sway bar off, because I do want to grease the bushings that are in the center that hold the sway bar up. This way you kind of stop any type of squeaking or anything, especially that I have an aftermarket urethane bushing on the stock sway bar. It's just easier to take it off and grease it. It would be nice if there was grease nipples on the front. We're running the 034 rare sway bar, which is the upgraded sway bar on the back, and those have grease nipples, which I'll show you later on, and it makes it so much easier to grease it. You don't have to take it off and then repack it and then screw everything back up. It's definitely a lot faster when you need to grease it, and especially when you're running aftermarket bushings or aftermarket sway bars, because of the urethane bushings. They do need to get grease on occasion whenever you kind of start hearing them making noise, or I usually do it every couple of oil changes just as a maintenance item, so you're not being annoyed by the little squeaking that comes from it once it dries out, or all the grease kind of gets out of it, especially if you drive your car year round and you know it's raining, water washes it out. Just, you know, regular wear and tear type stuff. So it's a good idea to do that if you plan on, and to know about that if you're going to be upgrading your sway bars, that you do need to grease them on occasion. So let's get back to this, and I think we're doing pretty good. I'll do the same thing on the other side too, and I'm tightening it. Went the wrong way. Let's see if I can get distracted. Now these things are pretty long. The new ones actually come with new bolts, so you don't need to reuse these. You can use the new ones that came in the kit. I'll probably throw a dot of blue Loctite on it because you can't go wrong. A little blue Loctite just in case. Alright guys, so we got the driver's side end link for the sway bar off, and this is an OEM one. As you can see, it has the Audi label on there. It also has a little arrow on it to tell you which way it's supposed to be facing forward, because this is the way it goes on the car. The bushings are pretty bad. They're cracked all the way around, as you can see. So I think these are pretty much done. And I didn't even notice that on the actual packing there's a right and left. So this one here is for the driver's side, and as you can see, this is from Sidman I think is the brand. I'll put all the information down below and the link to it, but you know, it's not as nice as the OEM one where it's kind of like engraved in the actual part. This one has like a little laser stamping on it that shows with an arrow telling which way this one goes, and so this one will go on like the same way as the front. We'll put a little bit of Loctite on these new bolts, but I'm kind of tempted to reuse the old ones because the old ones look a little nicer. I mean, I guess this is just a replacement part, but I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I might reuse these because you might need to torque them. I mean, and you know, new hardware is always good, and it came with it, so I think I'm just gonna use the new hardware, and we'll go from there. But let me put this together and we'll see once we're done. All right guys, so we've got both end links for the front sway bars done. Right now they're just lightly tightened or just snugged up, because when you want to do the final tightening, you want the car to be resting on its wheels. So you know, right now you just have them snugged up where they are. I'm gonna put the wheel back on this side. We're gonna put the ramps under the wheels, drop the car down on the ramps, and then do the final tightening on the sway bars, on the sway bar and on the end links, because I did loosen the sway bar a little bit so we can get some articulation to put the bolts in. You know, while I was doing that, you know, we start cleaning up stuff, so it's a good time to inspect everything under the car, under the engine, see if you can find any, if you see any leaks, try to track them down and figure out where they are, and pretty much go from there. So I mean, it's pretty simple. It's not that hard to do if you need to change your end links. They look really nice. They're nice and shiny. I'll see how long they last. But as you can see, everything is in and snugged up. I also greased the bushings on the sway bar, so that's good. I just need to do the rear ones, and then pretty much wraps up this install. So guys, I don't think you really need me to show you how to do the final tightening when I drop it down, so I think I'm going to end it here so this video doesn't run too long. Really simple install. Pretty much anyone can do it. For my car, this is a 2005 and a half, so it's a B7 A4. And the Endlinks, one side's a 13 millimeter, the other side's a 16 millimeter. And I believe the bolts that hold the sway bar on are a 13 millimeter, in case you need to know that. And I'm gonna try to put the information on and the links for the parts that I bought. Pretty much it's from ECS. So just put your if you go to ECS tuning, you put your car's information in there and you can find the ones you need. Just know there is a left and a right. They're not the same on both sides, so you will need to make sure that you're getting the correct ones. So I'm gonna put the part numbers to these I think these are Sidman is the name of these parts. It says it's just like OEM. Who knows? But I mean, if you do buy the OEM ones from Audi, just make sure that you have a left and right, and that you don't have two of the same, or else you're gonna have issues installing it. All right, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. Hope everyone's doing good, and just remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Project Z Garage. Also, we just finished doing a shirt for Project Z Garage. I'll throw that in the link if you guys are interested. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Comments, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you in the next video.